Alrighty, guys, it is 3:30 this Thursday, July 23rd, and we're looking at the market. It is kind of sloppy. It's not doing a whole lot, but it's been drifting lower ever since they ran the low here at the London close, the 7,400 level. They started squeezing this to the upside, headed back into the volume into this initial balance and pretty much went sideways there. Kind of sloppy action. Not at 2 o'clock, nothing much happened directionally. The ES was pretty much range bound at that point. Didn't do much. Nasdaq, however, was kind of drifting lower, and I tried a short trade there, and on the pullback here, on that first pull, and that pretty conservative pullback or entry. Wasn't too aggressive on it. Waited for the tablet and the true range actually before I got short. And they still ran me. And I moved my stop up here from my 80 tick to a little bit more than 100 some ticks. But I moved outside that rotation. They still got me. You know that? They still got me and then some. I'm sitting there like, that sucks. That was down like 53 bucks. And then right now, after that second bar formed, and then you start seeing, then starts trading higher. That's usually your fake out. So I got short and made my money back, less $1. So from 50 negative 53, I'm negative one, and two contracts, and I'm stopping them. And I could have probably sat in that thing for a little bit longer, but given the volatility, I would not be surprised if they ran it right back up again and shook me out. But right now, it looks like I should have stuck with it because they're heading lower. But that thing here, that run up here, like if running out the weak shorts, that's for sure. And that was me. I wasn't even that aggressive on the short entry, and it still got me. So two trades on the Nasdaq, one loser, one winner. I'm down a buck, and that's it. So basically back at break even. On those two trades, I'm not trading it now. I'm stopping. I thought they were going to run it down here and test the lows. You see, M period is halfway down to support, and they have a potential level here at the 440s on the Nasdaq. The ES I wasn't even considering because it was too sloppy back and forth, so that was not really tradable after that 2 o'clock hour. Nasdaq, however, you can see how that's drifting lower and definitely lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Something you want to try to get short on. And I tried it, and of course that's the time they ran it higher. Like, come on, you had to give me a break. But that's it. Oh, they ran it from 55 all the way up to the 95. So that's 40 points. That is 40 times 4, that's 160 ticks. So that's too big. I mean, I made my stop a little bit bigger. We moved it outside the most obvious area, and they still got me. So yeah, stop and look at that. So now if you try to get short on the way down here, and watch them reversing this right now. So yeah, you don't want to trade it now. It's just too sloppy, and they're just trying to get you in any which way they can. So I can't tell if they're going to try to trade this higher or if they're going to take it lower. Hard to say. But overall, starting this whole thing from the short side is kind of the ticket. We're looking at both the ES and Nasdaq. They have been net to the downside in a pretty good risk-off kind of manner. Capital flow on the ES. We are down here against this volume edge at the 74.15s. Volume edge sitting there. If they take that out, next level down is going to be then the 73.50. And below that one, bets are off, and it's going to get ugly. So I don't know where they're going to go from here, but it definitely looks like this, not quite a move out of the middle to the downside, but definitely looks like something to pay attention to. We'll see. There's more earnings coming out after the close, so who knows how it's going to go. But this was all about tech spending and too much spending versus not enough free cash flow, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, market finicky. Unless they show everything positive, they're going to be finicky about it. So I know that Tesla is down like 50 bucks. It's like massive, 15% down on an earnings, which is just a little bit slower than expected. So there you go. Looking at the Nasdaq, they were reverse retesting this resistance area here at the 29,300. But look at that thing; they just took it all the way down here. So from the 29.2s down to the 28.4, so 800 points to the downside, and they're still holding in the support area here, the 28,500s. If they close below it, we're just going to be on the short side of this. If they can retrace a little bit, we're still going to lean towards the short side, but maybe not as aggressively. We'll see what the news is after the close here. So remember, tech earnings coming out. There's more earnings coming out after the close, and if it's depending on how that goes, we may or may not see a recovery or a further weakness. Now, news for tomorrow, Friday. We have PMI composite at 9:45 and new home sales at 10. That's it. So Friday, 24th. So that's it. So we have both ES and Nasdaq. We're starting off on the short side, looking to sell strength. Pay attention to the earnings coming out, and if the market how it reacts to it. If it's a lukewarm reaction to it, just stay on the short side. If not, we may have a little retracement going on here. It could be actually an overnight tradable thing in the overnight, so that could be good to look at. I did order. I just launched a new website on the bluewatertradingsolutions.com, also bwtrader.com if you want to check it out. A new website, new look and feel. See how that works. Also, on the bond side of things, go over there. Check that out. The new website, guys. It's going to be awesome. The bond market just traded lower at the open, just went sideways. So very boring. It's all repriced before the open or right at the open, and then that was it. There's nothing going on here. That's sideways action. So you don't want to trade this. This is too sloppy. Nothing's going on. If you wanted to do something here, you had to be super deliberate and then be willing to sit in that trade. You can see how they are sitting here going sideways. So it's very difficult to find where the edge is at. So I would not trade it. You're looking for different kind of setups when you're trading this. On the crypto side of things, we are looking at the oil coming back down a little bit. They were up at 93.94. Excuse me, 93.94 bucks, and back down to 91. We'll see how they watch the oil prices. That's going to be a telltale as to if the market is going to have more heartburn. So it's a combination of the Iranian situation, oil prices, as well as earnings and expectations, which is all causing this hullabaloo. But as you can tell, both Google and Tesla was massively punished yesterday based on their earnings. So there you go. I think Google was just slow there, had a little bit negative free cash flow, and same with Tesla because they're spending all the money on AI infrastructure, and the market is just having a hissy fit about it. I would just say buying opportunities, guys. That's what it is. Anyway, we'll wrap it there for now, and I'll see you guys back to the ES real quick. We talked about the news. So the ES and Nasdaq is kind of where we left it. So 2 trades on the Nasdaq. That's all I took. 1 loser, 1 winner, and that was about it. I'm not going to trade it any further. So we'll wrap it there, guys. I'll see you back in the morning, and we'll go at this again. Friday's coming up, guys. Right again. And don't forget, check out the new website. I'll see you later.